Black light. Um, this is Friday. I'm only gonna have one video for the day. Uh, we're gonna be posting videos until the next year, you know, and we want you brothers and sisters, to uh, think about what I'm doing. You know, all the videos. I'm not trying to be famous or nothing like that. Uh, in other words, I'm not trying to make a whole lot of money off of what I do. You know, uh, you're gonna have to, y'all brothers and sisters, you know, y'all gonna have to conserve y'all money and put it into gold, you know, before they switch the money over. And don't put your money in stocks and bonds, because when all this crash, they're gonna uh, it's gonna cause a whole lot of chaos. I tell you that. When you go to the bank and can't get your money, you're gonna want to fight. You know, and half of y'all gonna be in debt anyway. They ain't gonna be able to pay that car note, because the finance company, the banks, all of them the same company. The insurance, life insurance, all of them the same. You know, the same company. The United States of America Global Corporation Company, Plantation Corporation Company. You know, it's all one. You know, y'all don't understand that. So while y'all bickering, brother saying, well, I heard a brother say, well, you know, at least we know who the real ones is and the false ones. The bickering brought out the false ones. No, it didn't bring out all the false ones. Just that set. It's other sets, you know, they more smoother than them. You know, they expose their own game. They asses out, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to control their emotions. Then again, it all could be a gimmick, you know, because they know that's the kind of stuff y'all like. Y'all pay to see fights and stuff like that. Y'all like all that kind of clowning and stuff like that. Y'all like that, man. Black people like that. You see, they do it all on TV. They clown on TV, like on Judge Mathis. They clown on Judge Mathis. Now Judge Judy, she don't have that. You know, I quit watching TV. You know, because television, tell lies with vision, is a joke, man. You can't get no inspiration off of that. So I quit watching it. You know, I look at YouTube, and I'm studying up on the foundation of Michigan, seeing what kind of minerals we got in it. You know, seeing the Nation of Islam, you got to know if you're the God of the universe, you got to know, you know, how wide the earth is and how deep it is and what's in it and what's on it, what's around it, you know. So they teach us that, you know, in the FOI, you know. And when I was little, younger, they had like Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, YMCA, you know. I went through all that, but they taught us how to survive out in the woods, how to recognize flint Take that flint and you can start your fire with it. Moss grows on the north side of the tree. You know, they taught us all that kind of stuff like that, how to survive out there in the woods. See, a lot of y'all would, you know, go on the farm and see my old man. His people had farmland, you know, raising cattle and stuff like that. You know, I went down there and seen how they roll down there, down in Little Rock, Arkansas, close to it, and so I'm getting a well-rounded knowledge of the terrain that we living on and how to survive just in case all this come to a crash, see. Because we living in those kind of times right now. The elections was to show you that if you're immoral, they use that as a weapon against you. They could use that as a weapon against you. That's what the mafia do all the time. They'll get a congressman and he could be married, but they'll put a prostitute on him, a hoe on his ass, and catch him in a compromising position and take a picture of him. But they don't. They say we'll make all this go away. They might even kill her, kill the prostitute. And we say we make, you know, like y'all done seen The Godfather, man. Y'all know how they roll. They tell you how they roll. The Caucasoid tell you how he roll, and he tell you how he tell you how you roll. You know, he tell you how he rolls, and he tell you how you roll in these movies. You know, in these flicks, we used to call them the flicks. You know, yeah. So especially them cowboy flicks, man. Them ancient cowboy flicks that they got. They tell you how they came up. And I was studying up on Michigan, how they took it from the Indians, because they were saying when the Indians came over here, and then they said when the first ones came over here was the what was it? The French up in Michigan. The French found Michigan first and started fur trading. Like I said in my other videos, the Indians didn't tell them they had to have a license, but they end up taking the whole thing from the Indians and made the Indians move out of the whole Michigan, ready to go to Mississippi, man. And then the British came after that and took it from the French. You know, the British, you know, they Jews. You know, they tribe is the Jew tribe. The Jews and the Italians, they some kin to each other, as far as the tribe's concerned. It's even in the Bible. The Italians and the Jews are some kin to each other, you know. So I'll find it one day and show it to you. But you got to study your opponent. We know us, you know, we know how we roll. Black people know black people. The one thing we know we like to do, we like to clown, man. We like to clown and show out, you know. And we don't care about nothing. You don't give a F about anything, you know. And we gonna have fun no matter what, you know. I wrote this song called Third Planet from the Suns. They have big fun. I'm talking about my people. We fuss and fight trying to live as one. Talking about my people. I don't care about the Caucasoid, you know. But when I rule you, Caucasoid, I'm telling you, when we come into our rule, it's gonna be a just rule, man. When we rule the planet again, we're not gonna do you like you did us. See, the God in us, we ruled under the laws of Ma'at, you know, and our system gonna be back to the way it was. You know, I mean, it's the way it was. Now we just not. I mean, it's still the way it is, but we not recognizing it. Cause the Caucasian put his law in front of the cosmic law, and we are bowing down to the Caucasian's law, which is a false law. But he got some truth in it because he got it off of us, you know. And he flipped it on us, you know, flipped the script on us. So, I call this triple psych, you know, like he knows psychology, he studies psychology, and since he made us, you know, because once he took us from our homeland over in Africa, he cut off all knowledge from us, you know, and then over generations and generations, he conditioned us to be fearful of him and to bow down to him. So right now it's a we are being self-programmed, automatically programmed, you know, by how he did us, condition our minds, you know. Like if you, let me run it like this. It was an experiment one time. They had a dog, a puppy, and they put a chain around his neck, tied a pole in the middle of the yard, and put a fence up. And so the puppy, it was like a choke chain, you know, and with a rope on it. And so when that puppy, every time somebody passed the gate or the fence, the puppy would run to a certain, maybe a couple of yards or something. Then that choke chain to get him and damn near kill him, you know. So after doing that a couple of times, he learned where to stop at, so he won't get choked to death, you know. Then they lengthened the choke chain a little longer so he could run a few more yards, and then he'll get to almost up to the fence, and then that choke chain will pull it. And after doing that, you know, as he grew, you know, that choke chain on. Then when he got a full-grown dog, adult, they took the choke chain off of him, and took the fence down. So the dog, it was in his mind that when he run up to that fence to stop, but the fence wasn't there no more. This was a test in training, you know, training. That's how he did us, you know. He put pain on us every